blah, 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 blah. No portion of Soup for the Soul may be used without the express written consent of Kimmy Wyatt. That's me. This Soup for the Soul, it's called blah, 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 not blah. No, it's not called blah, 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 blah. But you know when you hear people talking and you see their mouth moving, but you've tuned them out, and so they're saying something, but you've tuned them out. It's not usually not on purpose. Like, okay, you're talking, I'm going to tune you out. It just happens that way. And so it's like Charlie Brown's school teacher, wah, 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 you know. So this Soup for the Soul is called tuning out negativity. I don't understand you guys. I really don't. You come at me with something negative, and everything's, I'm gonna shut you down. I'm gonna be like, oh, and see, there's different types of negative, you guys. You have negative that's just negative. You're talking about someone for no reason. They haven't done anything to you. You are just a negative person. You have negative vibes, negative aura, everything. You're just a negative individual. Every time you open your mouth, 90% of what you say, or 99.9, except for when you're breathing, is something exuding out of it that is negative. Okay? These are usually the people on social media who are saying negative things. Okay? But anything negative is negative. Okay? If someone is doing you wrong and you're saying something about them, even though they've done you wrong, it's still negative, okay, that you're even talking about them, but it's warranted. You know what I'm saying? They did something to you. It's valid. You're telling the truth, and of course, you are saying things about them or not liking what they said. Negative is negative, just different levels of negative, okay? But when someone is like the first negative I was saying, and they're just sitting there just talking and saying things about people and for no reason, and not that you have to have one either. You know, there are people who are just, you know what, she's such and such and such and such and such, or he's such and such and such and such and such and such. I'm going to tell you something, you guys. This is how life really, truly is. Today, you're on top. Maybe not on top of the world, but you got bread in the refrigerator, eggs, milk, okay? You have a job, you have a bank account, you have a big screen TV, you have a roof over your head, clothes on your back, water running out of your sink. You guys, if you're not on your game continuously 24 hours a day, even in your sleep, if possible, because I do think in my sleep. Okay, I really do not talk in my sleep, but I will wake up because I'm thinking about something, and I don't write things down in most cases, but I'm going to start recording. So if you're not on your game at all times, who's to say that you're not going to trade places with the person that you're talking about one day? And it happens because we get complacent. We get comfortable where we are in life right now. I have a beautiful home, apartment, or whatever. I got and I'm going to say, if you got an apartment, even speaking on myself, try again. And I've had the 5-bedroom home. You know what I'm saying? I've had all of that, and plan on acquiring it again. But I've also said, and what I say for anyone else goes for me. If you're living in an apartment, you're still not kicking it. Okay, I'm just keeping it real, unless it's like a second home. I'm not talking about people like Oprah. I'm not saying Oprah has this, or Donald Trump, or someone who has these, who have other places they can stay when they're out of town. No. I'm talking, that is your domain. Your apartment is your domain. This is where you reside. You know, no, you're not kicking it, because Donald Trump will tell you that is not yours and you don't own it, because he is the real estate guru. And so you don't own it. And I'm going to tell you guys, if I could just do it again. If I could just do it again. If I could just do it all over again. You guys, but at least I was trying. I'm on not on the bad track, but I'm in retrospect, I was not on the track that I wish I had have been on, because and I'm going to talk about this. You guys, I have so much stuff, y'all, in this brain of mine. I am going to tell you guys the businesses that you need to keep your families out of. And I mean literally, I'm not talking about family stay out of your business. I'm going to talk about, like your personal business. I'm going to talk about businesses that you need to really not even have your family involved in, and businesses that are family friendly. That is a Sue for the Solar podcast that's coming up. I haven't decided. Okay. And there's businesses in each category, and there's some that intertwine. That you can have your family involved in this business or not. But that is not what the topic is about. It is about, you guys, how we will migrate to negative people. And I'm going to tell you, I have said it different ways. I have so many different ways of handling this, how to get rid of negative people. Keep up with me, you guys. Soup for the soul. Keep up with me. How to handle negative people. I'm going to tell you, if I say I'm going to tell you one more time, because I am going to tell you, it's your fault. Anyone that calls you every day, every other day, once a week, it doesn't matter. They're calling you, just as an example, and you are holding a conversation with them, and they're talking about people for no reason, and you're not telling them, hey, let me call you back. Which some people will get it if you keep telling them that every time. Some people will get it because you've just stepped on their toes. You step on their toes every time you say that, because you really don't call them back. When you say, oh, I'll call you back in 2. Give me about 2 minutes. And it ends up being an hour, because you're giving them time to let their brain get all of the air out of their brain, all the negativity. And you call them back. And when you call them back, there's a chance that they have a different type of attitude. They're not going to talk about normally what they were talking about before. Okay, that's one way of handling it. But then you can just tell people this. This is me. Before I say this, people know who they can mess with and talk to. Okay, before they even call you, they already know that you have that listening ear that's going to listen to all the negative things. And please note the difference between negative and someone really just having a bad time with a person and they're trying to vent. There's many differences in someone just being blatantly negative. But this is me. Okay, which is why people know not to call me with stuff, not to talk to me about stuff. I'm not going to take it. I don't want to hear it. Okay, I don't want to hear it. So, someone's being negative, and I'm like, yeah, but what does that have to do with you? I have no problem asking people, what does that have to do with you? Yeah, but what did you do? When you reverse the negativity and start asking them questions as to why they're feeling that way, what part did they play, what role did they play in all of that, why would they do that, you're going to make them start thinking, okay, if they're a good-hearted person, they're going to start thinking, you're right, or if they're just straight up bona fide negative, they're going to not talk to you anymore about whatever that is that they were talking about. So you have people who have, on the flip side of that, but still on the same topic, you have people that always have your name in their mouth. Your name is always in their mouth, whether you're right there with them or not. You already know some time of the day, they're going to have your name in their mouth, or coming out of their mouth is going to be your name about something, and there's a quote that says, this is not one of mine. I don't think this is one of mine, but it says, oh no, this is not mine, but this is one of my favorite quotes. Concern is gossip disguised. Y'all, please learn, when someone is contacting you about someone else and they're doing it all the time, almost every day, That's gossip. They just really want to know where that person is in their life. Okay. There will not be a part two. So I'm going to end this right now. Thank you for joining this Soup for the Soul. I hope you listen to all of my Soup for the Souls. I love giving you guys this information. Hasta la vista. Buenas aires. My voice, I'm telling you, I'm having to repeat myself some of my words. Buenas noches, arrivederci, au revoir, salida. Don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split your ciao, belas, smooches. Bye.